Hi, Dad. Your adult daughter is coming home for the weekend. Now what? Well, now what, of course, is you want to spend some time with her. She's going to want to spend some time with her mother and her siblings and her other friends if she still has them from high school, depending on where she is. Or we're talking about this in-between time before she's married. Family activities, different deal. So how are you going to get to spend time with her when she's at home? Guess what? Plan it, just like we always do, just like we think about it. So that might be as simple as a movie, or it might end up being a dinner out. Doesn't have to be expensive. Could be breakfast. Breakfast is a great time. But the suggestion here, Dad, is if you're doing something, whatever something is, and it could be sports, could be all kinds of things, but whatever something is, plan some conversation starters, especially in this adult time where you don't have a lot of time, where it's easy to say, hey, how's it going? Fine. What's going on with work? Fine. Some daughters, and of course, if you've had this relationship building, some daughters are just going to say, oh, here's what's going on. And hopefully you've been checking in, meaning she's called you, first responders, for some things that she knows that you can help with. So if that's happening, this is like, oh, great, daughter. We've been talking about having you buying a car. Let's go do it. You're at home. Let's go look and see what it is. Let's have it really low activity, low stress activity, because you're not really buying. Maybe you do buy it. Who knows? But whatever you've been talking about. But here's the thing, Dad. Here's what we're trying to say. Start with a skill. Buying a car, start with a skill. Even movies, there's talk about what was going on in the movie without giving your value. What skills were portrayed in the movie before you get down into the values. Let's get it on a level that we can talk about it simply at first. But if you can plan a couple of questions, open-ended questions, follow-up questions, and talk about skills before you talk about passions and values, unless, of course, you're already in that space because of conversations you've had, don't get tripped up by what am I going to say? What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? Just plan it. Just do it. If it doesn't work right, guess what? She's an adult and she'll say, Dad, I really don't want to do X. And you can have an alternative or she can come back. But the idea of planning it allows you to set the stage to be able to talk about what you want to talk about, which is values. But we're not going to start with values. We're going to start talking with a skill related to what it is, and then we're going to move into our passion and how we do it, and then talk about our values in whatever it is. So allow that natural conversation to grow around it, but don't forget, even with your adult daughter, even though she has her own values and you have values, and she might even know about it, she has her values, but that still doesn't mean that you can't talk to her about yours and help shape her, even at this level of counsel. I'm wanting to go out with my daughter right now. It seems like a cool time because I have adult daughters. It's a great time, and I don't get the time to spend time with them like I used to. But when I do, it's a great time. And it can be a great time for you, Dad. You and your adult daughter. The first responder. It's a fun time. Thanks for stopping by.